Hey there, welcome back to Strategy in Small Doses. I hope you are having a great summer and you're getting out and being able to go on vacation a little bit. I would love to hear about it, so please feel free to reach out, like tag me, share with me, like where have you been? Tag me in the pictures of your vacations. I want to see them. But anyways, in lieu of summer vacations and wanting to actually be out and enjoy summer, especially after the year or past 18, 20 months we've had, I've got a little bit of a hard truth for you, okay? Or maybe it's a permission for you. But here it is. You don't need to be everywhere, okay? You don't need to be everywhere all the time. You're spreading yourself too thin, and there's only so much of you that to go around. Okay. And what I mean by this is that you don't have to be on every social platform. Okay. You don't need to be on LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, TikTok, Clubhouse, all of the above. Okay. YouTube. You don't have to be in every single place. Here's what I want you to remember. Yes, Facebook is the largest one. Instagram is, I don't know. I mean, I don't know all the exact numbers. All I know is Facebook has over 2.1 billion people on it. All right. But the reality is that you're not looking to do business with 2.1 billion people. So if LinkedIn only has however many millions of users, like you can still find clients on that platform. All right. And so here's the thing. There are clients on every single platform, and you need to pick one or two that you want to show up on and get known as the expert in your industry, get known as the person, the go-to person, and connect with your audience, be authentic, be in front of them all the time. Like, it's about consistency, right? So if you're spreading yourself so thin and you're all over the place, you might be showing up on Instagram consistently for a week, and then next thing you know, you end up on Facebook and you're spending all your time on Facebook or in your group or on LinkedIn. Then maybe next thing you know, you get down this rabbit hole on TikTok, and that's where you're putting your best content. But the reality is that it's all about consistency, okay? There truly are. There are clients on every single platform. And so the way clients are going to find you is when you show up consistently and make it easy for them to find you. If you're bouncing from one to the next, to the next, to the next, they can't find you, right? They might find you, but then they can't remember. They don't know how to get a hold of you. Don't make it so complicated. Pick one or two. You can repurpose your content. So for example, obviously I have this podcast. This podcast then turns into content that I put, I post it on Instagram, but that's all I do. Instagram is not my favorite platform. I don't love being on it. And so I share content on it, but not all of it. I spend the most time on LinkedIn and Facebook. Those are the two places that I want to get known is on LinkedIn and on Facebook inside of my community. So that's where you put all of your effort. That's where you put and it could be on a blog if you want to do blogs and you want to get really in depth with, SEO and Pinterest, then go all in on that. But the reality is that until you have the capacity to take on somebody that can help you be in all the places, if you're trying to do it by yourself as a solopreneur, freelancer, service-based, like you can't. You just can't. Like, it's not physically possible to do well. Yes, there's ways you can repurpose your content and all of that, and there's systems in place. But you understand what I'm saying is that if you don't enjoy Instagram, you don't need to be there. I don't care that all the gurus are telling you that's where that's where everybody's hanging out. Guess what? There's clients on LinkedIn too. The LinkedIn gurus are going to tell you that's where high-end paying clients are. Maybe so, but guess what? Those same high-end clients, how many coaches have built their business in high-end packages on Facebook? I'm following several coaches that have completely booked out and are completely booked out from TikTok. So this is my point, is that there's people on every single platform and they will find you where you are at, okay? You don't need to be all over. You don't need to say like, oh, well, I think all my clients are on Instagram. Granted, there are demographics that come into play here. So don't be hating on me. Yes, I know average age on Instagram, certain people. So if you're targeting a certain demographic, there are social platforms that are better based on the demographics that you are trying to target. But again, if you know that your demographic is on Instagram, then don't feel the pressure to put your content onto LinkedIn, because each one of these social platforms relies on social. You have to be social. You cannot physically engage and be social on all of them at the same time. So pick one or two that you want to spend your time on and get really super strategic about it. Show up, engage, get social, connect with your audience. Figure out how you like to best show up. If you love to create graphics and Instagram is your jam and you love to be on reels and stories, then do that and get really good at it and build your audience, build your presence, get known there, become the expert on Instagram for your respected industry, or go to LinkedIn, go to Facebook, go to TikTok if that's what you want, go on to YouTube. But if you don't like creating videos, then YouTube's not going to be the best answer for you, right? So stop putting this pressure on yourself to be everywhere. Stop putting this pressure on yourself to say, I've got to turn one piece of content into 65 pieces. You can do that, but it also takes time, energy, and resources. So, and you don't need to. Clients will find you on the platforms that you want to hang out on and the ones that you give your best effort to. There are clients on every single platform. I hate to say it, but I can prove it. I can prove that there are people that have only grown their business on Instagram. There are people that have only grown their business on LinkedIn. There are people that have only grown their business on TikTok, etc. It is proven. They don't have to be all over, okay? Pick one or two, show up, be consistent, get known as the expert, and engage, be social, be consistent, and do what you have to do, and stop spreading yourself so thin, trying to be all over the place, okay? You don't need to, and it's actually hurting your business, not helping it. So get good at one thing or two things. And then when you have the time, the energy, and the resources to expand on that, right? That is how you get known and established as an expert. That is how you get fully booked, because people can find you easily. Simple. That's it. All right. I'll talk to you soon. Where do you like to hang out? Tell me. Drop a comment. You can tag me on Instagram. I do enjoy seeing it. I'm just not where I put all my content. But where do you love to hang out? I love to hang out on LinkedIn, and I love to hang out on Facebook. So those are my two, and I love to hang out here on the podcast. Those are my three things, right? But if you think about it, all my content on LinkedIn and Facebook come from this podcast. So where I'm putting my best effort is into this, okay? This is where I put my best content. Where do you put your best content and then repurpose it to one or two other places? That's it. Simple. All right? Keep it simple. Take the pressure off yourself. Stop spreading yourself too thin. Okay? We'll talk soon.